Zoom in a little bit. Alright. I just took this and sanded it down real quick. Get the dust off it here. What I'm using is just basically a disc sander. Which is a little rough because I'm using a heavy grit, so I can just cut into it for now because I want to get an idea, you know, how it's going to work. I don't care about how it's going to look right now, but more on how it's going to work. So that's kind of where I'm at this point. So anyway, two things. One is, I was talking about the West system. It's a good system, however, it's expensive. It really is. If you guys look it up, you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you want the real clear, you're going to pay extra for the hardener because it only comes in one size. And it's not cheap. And if you just want the regular, it'll kind of look like a light coffee color, but if you're going to color it, sometimes that doesn't make too much of a difference depending on the strength of the color as to what's going to work. So I actually got a comment from Justin, Captain Jerk, and apparently he was playing with this stuff at one time, and he had mentioned that he tried some cheap stuff that was like 60 bucks or so for a gallon. He says, but it sucked. Yeah, well, I can see that happening. So sometimes you got to watch what you get. Now there is something that I've seen out there that they use for like countertops and things as well. And I'm thinking, well, you know what, that, and it was like $100 for a gallon, and I believe it came with the hardener. And if they're using it for countertops, they do a lot of video stuff on YouTube, so you'll know what I'm talking about. Some type of a epoxy or acrylic or whatever. But he had mentioned some of the stuff that he used to use. The cheaper stuff was really crap. Well, I want to find an in-between. I want to find something that's going to work, relatively cheap, and not crap. You know, so that's that. Now, like I said, one of the guys, I can't remember, but I will definitely make a point of letting you know, had mentioned try mixing a little sawdust with it just to see. Well, that may work. However, I'm going to have to make it deeper. Now, there's no more. Hey, baby. What's going on?
No, did you text me or anything?
I don't think so. Why?
Because my phone went, you know, like I got a text, but there was nothing there.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not unless it, well, no, I didn't, no.
All right.
I was thinking maybe I hit you by mistake, but
No,
apparently no.
That's fine. I'm pulling up the weeds.
You want coffee?
No, I'm pulling up the
I
weeds.
cut some of those chicken things in half. You know the chicken things that the kids like, the boys? Those round chicken things you bought.
Yeah.
I cut them in half,
All right,
so I won't be
whatever.
giving them holes.
Yeah, that's a good.
You gonna sit down?
No.
Oh.
I'm pulling weeds.
Oh.
You know those crabgrass things that are growing all over here?
Yeah.
This ground is wet, so they're just coming right up.
Alright.
So I said, let me.
Maybe I'll try to get down to Goodies today and fill one of those gas containers up so I can burn a lot of these weeds. But you gotta pull what you want. I gotta get my truck reorganized because no, not a big deal. I can do it myself because I got 3 wet garments in there I gotta get out and make them dry. And then I got the safety vest in the house hanging on the doorknob. The shirt that I left with is hanging over the seat soaking wet. That's something I can do.
No, it needs to come across the crocodile right now.
Anyway, the problem being is I'm running out of any natural cuts that I can even enlarge a little bit. There's one here that I can finish, but I used the sander, the disc, to make these gouges to follow those lines. So I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, I need deeper. You know, I've been playing with it, trying to conserve a little bit of this expensive crap that I'm using, but maybe I have to go deeper and waste a little bit of it. So I'm going to try to figure out a way of doing it. That's why I just hooked the Dremel up real quick, just for the hell of it, just to see if it would do anything. Enough. Now I just got to get it wider because I need a bigger opening. What do I have here? I don't have anything really to make it wide. Let's see. I guess I can try the stone. Did I make it that tight? Well, it got that tight. That's what happened. Come on, be nice. I just talked about that before, and I did the same thing. Let's try one of these sandpaper discs. These usually work pretty good. However, I have found that the sandpaper likes to fly off them. I was in a mess in here. Oof, I should have put a mask on. These cool? Yeah, so I can put those back here. Put this back there. These are different. Those are little ones. Put the pliers back in there. Write this down a little bit. Get this on the floor for now. Well, that's actually dust I should have used for making it thicker. Didn't even think of that. So there's a gouge. I think you're seeing that. I just got to bring it up a little bit because it's a little off. Let me see here. There we go. There we go, Governor. Alright, so let me get a jar of sort. Or something. What I was looking for was just a little nut that I had a bunch of them, so I can throw it in there to help mix it. So, I got a pretty good idea now on the mixture, so that's not gonna, however, that's still not right, but at least I know where I'm at to where I can get it to harden. And And without it taking 24 hours to harden, I hate pouring this stuff because it's a pain in the ass. Even if you poured it from the other side, it's a pain in the ass.
And so we wait for the nocturnal killer to strike again. Hopeful that its identity will soon be revealed by the light of day.
You know, a lot of times if you pour it with the pour on the top, it'll pour easier because you don't get the air glop and it doesn't leave the drip on the can. But if you don't do it fast enough, you end up with a mess. All right, let's get a little color. Again, I'm just going to work with the liquids for now. So let's see. Let's try, what? Let's try the deep blue. Okay. I don't know if I tried it yet or not, but apparently not. So take my little hat pin and stick that in there to open it up. No, no, not there. Not there. Stop following that. There we go. Alright, I'm not going to put the hardener in yet, but we'll put some of that in there. And just for the hell of it, let me get a little sawdust. I keep a box of it laying around here because we use this a lot in the wintertime to put down on the ice instead of using any type of rock salt or anything that may hurt the boys. Now they do make pet friendly, but I always have sawdust laying around, so why not use it? There we go. So I got a little sawdust in there. I got the hardener in there. I got a mess going over here. Now I'm going to shake it up. And we'll see what happens. Justin, Captain Jerk, was saying how he wanted to pick up some of those syringes. I really don't remember where I got them, but I'll look it up because I know I got them someplace, and I got the information on them someplace. I got the whole box in there. Can you hear the nut in there? I put that in there just to help mix, because a thorough mixing is important. Now this has got sawdust in it, so we'll see if it firms it up a little bit. And we'll see if the coloring actually colored the dust because it's in the colored liquid. Because if that's the case, you may not see it at all. I'm going to have to get a syringe. Let me see. I want one that's a little bigger. Let's use this one. No, it doesn't want to work. It's not quite big enough, so the opening isn't. Let's see if it slowly takes it up a little bit. No. Alright. Whoop, I found a little... Oh, excuse me, guys. You know what? Hold on a minute. Seeing that I've already ruined this thing.
does this tuyo look like? A man or a woman?
Cut some of the tip off, see if that helps.
Very white skin.
Yeah.
Didn't appear to you. This man described a
Yeah,
similar ghost
okay.
that he saw in the cave just a few days ago. Have the ghosts in the cave ever hurt anybody?
Now this has got a little bit of sawdust in it, and again you're looking at the back of my head.
I explained that although
That's a mess,
certainly not high on my must-do
because
list
I was out in the rain all night and I came home and I didn't feel like taking a shower. Whoop, that's my fault.
fire way for me to see the spirits
Um,
with my own eyes. What is the
So I dried my hair off real quick, dried off, and just jumped on the couch because I don't want to wake anybody up,
And so where do I get this?
and fell asleep. And when I got up, I said, you know what, I'm not going to shower now, it's too late. I'll shower when I'm done. Okay, so that worked there. So let's now see how this part works on this fill.
If I was going to chase down every lead, I'd have to find this hidden wall. The man said it was going to be tough to get to, which
See if that helps fill it in
took for me to even get here.
with the sawdust or not.
Do whatever it took to do this investigation right. Come on, baby.
Well, it's still running, so it's not really helping too much with the with that factor.
First of all, that was the worst road
Uh,
in the world. We arrived at the village where this sacred holy water could be found. I'm here to see your cave.
see, I'm trying to avoid that running. That's the problem. But if I make this too thick,
Fight, Father?
it's not going to pour, and it might harden too fast. So
Yeah, this is not
I know there's a way around it. There is. You just got to figure out what it is, or there's a product, one or the other.
And how do I get down there? I use this?
You know what, too? Hold on a minute, guys.
Oh, this looks perfectly good. It's a 1,000-foot cliff.